Hello, my name is Evan Long. I'm doing A Long Way Gone from A Boy Soldier. And this is part 3 out of 3, so it's the final part. We begin at chapter 15, where Ishmael is writing about how long he has been a soldier of the rebels. Talks about how Ihal and a few other boys goes to the town of Boya in Sierra Leone, and they've been taken by the lieutenant of the rebels, and he says he's been a boy soldier for like 3 years now, and the group of boys also starts to fight with another group of boys because they're hungry and want food, and they think they're big shots, so they start fighting. Guns roll out as they start fighting, and they stopped it there when one person shot their gun. And after they went to Boya, Ishmael meets Mambiu, and he is a boy that Ishmael meets at UNICEF camp, and Ishmael's friend Mambiu, he fought for the army's forces. He's fierce and even kills boys from the rebel RUF, Rebel Uniform Federation. And Ishmael is taking a liking to him because he feels like Mambiu is a good person and only kills people because they do bad stuff. Then Ishmael meets Esther, which is a nurse at UNICEF compound, where he gets convinced to escape from being a child soldier from the rebels and just being a soldier at all. Then he gets convinced to do that. And he goes to Bennett home, where Ishmael undergoes psychological and emotional social counseling as well as physical and medical attention. And he keeps hearing this thing, hearing this background voice saying, this isn't your fault, which was from other people saying it to him because he's a boy soldier. And so I think he doesn't accept it because he's always killing people. So he just keeps getting reminded of this isn't your fault. And he's scared of facing the truth, I think. And after this, Ishmael goes to Ishmael first dream about his family before the war, and he saw like his family bring back happy memories. And then he goes into like nightmare about the war, and it's like more like the family gets into it in the war, and the family gets killed in his nightmare, which differs from the real memories, not the dream memories. So he gets a little scared from that. So Ishmael is pretty scared at chapter 17. then he goes to Benny's home, and Ishmael says farewell to his friend Alahad, saying goodbye to him because he's going to the United Nations meeting for them to talk about how boy soldiers and his life so far in Sierra Leone and what did the Civil War did. And he goes all the way to New York City. He goes to his family, of course, his uncle, and he goes all the way to New York City because of the nurse, Esther, saying he's a person that could change your thoughts on your enemy. So he went all the way into the United States of America in New York City, where the United Nations meeting was. And it was multiple different races / countries people were from, trying to force them to be in this because they were trying to get money to help their cause for the Civil War. And Ishmael sees people from a city and saying that they were from Sierra Leone, from the bad part of the war, and they were rich, of course. So they were fine. But Ishmael was talking to the boys saying, "Oh, I'm not one of those pompous rich boys over there trying to get me recognition, more money, more power." And Ishmael was doing this out of his heart because he lived through this. And Ishmael never went to a city before, never saw elevators. He was pretty scared of going to the United Nations when he was talking about it. And after the United Nations meeting, Uncle Tommy dies, which was one of only his family members left. And so Ishmael gets really mad at this because he couldn't see his uncle die before him or be there for the funeral. So he also thinks that that the war got to Freetown, and how the rebels got there. And he's pretty scared right now. He wants to go back, and he does. And he meets with his Uncle Tommy's family for the funeral. And once he goes to that funeral, he goes all the way back to the United Nations meeting and talks about the killing of people, losing his life to the war. After that, then comes the resolution of the story, and talks about Ishmael talks about what he has done and what he thinks about it. And that's the whole summary of A Long Way Gone from a boy soldier's perspective named Ishmael. And goodbye.